Boys and girls. Today I want to read you one of my most favorite books called The Dot by Peter H. Reynolds. And it's also illustrated by Peter H. Reynolds. So get in a cozy spot and get ready. The Dot. And this is cursive writing, so in case you're like, what letters are those, Mrs. Eichhorst? Here's the T, here's the H. It has lots of loops. That's just how cursive writing is. One day you'll learn how to do that, I'm sure. And here's the D. O is actually the dot, and a T. So some of the part of the letter looks the same, but there's lots of loops like I told you. All right, the dot. Let's see how this goes. Maybe you know. Art class was over, but Vashti sat glued to her chair. Her paper was empty. Vashti's teacher leaned over the blank paper. Ah, a polar bear in a snowstorm, she said. Very funny, said Vashti. I just can't draw. I love the art teacher's hair. Sometimes mine goes all crazy like that, too. Poor Vashti. Her teacher smiled. Just make a mark and see where it takes you. Vashti grabbed a marker and gave the paper a good, strong jab. There. Mrs. Eichhorst always reminds you to be careful and gentle with your markers, right? Because they will smash and not work very well. But Vashti was upset. Her teacher picked up the paper and studied it carefully. She pushed the paper toward Vashti and quietly said, now sign it. Just like Mrs. Eichhorst, I always tell you to sign your artwork in a tricky spot. And I did the same up here at the top of mine today. Vashti thought for a moment. Well, maybe I can't draw, but I can sign my name. And there she is, signing her name. The next week, when Vashti walked into art class, she was surprised to see what was hanging above her teacher's desk. It was the little dot she had drawn, her dot, all framed in swirly gold. Want to see? I could make a better dot than that. She grabbed her never-before-used set of watercolors and set to work. Vashti painted and painted a yellow dot, a green dot, a red dot, a blue dot. The blue mixed with the red, and she discovered that she could make what's blue and red mixed. Right, purple, a purple dot. Vashti kept experimenting. Lots of little dots in many colors. If I can make little dots, I can make big dots too. Vashti splashed her colors with a bigger brush on bigger paper to make bigger dots. Vashti even made a dot by not painting a dot. And that, boys and girls, is called negative space. On this, my dot is the positive space, and the white background is my negative space. It's what's all around my dot. But in her picture, she painted the negative space and left the dot space empty. Pretty cool, right? Do you want to see that again? At the school art show a few weeks later, Vashti's many dots made quite a splash. Vashti noticed a little boy gazing up at her. You're a really great artist. I wish I could draw, he said. Oh, I bet you can, said Vashti. Me? No, Not me. I can't draw a straight line with a ruler. A lot of students say things like that to me when they first come to class. Grown-ups say that too sometimes when they're doing art. Vashti smiled. She handed the boy a blank sheet of paper. Show me. The boy's pencil shook as he drew his line. Vashti stared at the boy's squiggle. And then she said, does anybody have a guess what she's going to say? I think I do. I think some of you do too. She said, please sign it. Just like her teacher said to her. What do you think that did for that little boy? What did it do for Vashti when she saw her picture hanging up and all special and important? Do you think it gave her confidence? Do you think it reminded her that it doesn't have to be perfect to be beautiful and good? I hope you remember that, boys and girls, as you are working on your dots this week on Seesaw. It doesn't have to be perfect. Play and have fun and discover which colors make which colors and which tools work the best for you. And remember that it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to be different. Yours won't look like mine. Mine won't look like yours. But just give it a try, all right? This book, by the way, was dedicated. That means she was thinking of and remembering her teacher, Mr. Matson. He taught her 7th grade math, and he dared, him, the writer, actually not little Vashti, she's make-believe. He dared the writer, Mr. Reynolds, to make his mark. So go make your mark this week on Seesaw, and I can't wait to see it. Your Pete the Cat shoes were so great and amazing, and I loved hearing your little voices on the recordings. Thank you so much for those, and you can leave me more recordings this week with your dot. See you soon, boys and girls. Bye-bye.